say, one for the money and two for the love. We the new era, so whoever may feel they above. Live in delusion, that's an illusion, that's absent. Keep it together, don't act like you didn't know what it was. I'm on a whole nother planet, I'm about to show you. This wouldn't work if we planned it, meaning you won't understand it. We have to rings like a Saturn, this feel like splitting an atom. You got involved with the pattern, so now we up and we at 'em. Watch out for my evolution. Around and start a revolution. I am more than a being, I'm an institution. If I gotta reiterate, that's where I'ma lose it. It's my world and I'm generous and let y'all peruse it. How obnoxious, she ain't got a conscience. She's okay with being a little absurd and pompous. That's because I kill it, then stick around just to haunt it. Waiting on my thank you, be grateful that I would even let you watch it.
Down in the new town, I already feel that it's eyes on me. I'm getting looked up, down with these big crowds, they already thrown by the size of me. I don't really get too, put my deuce up, I will not live in apology. I wish you lose the opportunity and shut, don't make way for a prodigy.
Going to catch your breath for a second, look at your neighbor and check in. We bout to march, so if you not get to stepping, I done told you who I am, I'm a force to be reckoned with. I think just be mad because my voice is so decadent. I'm setting the precedent, no mistakes and no accident. We ignoring the standard set cause our lowest is past.
Today, from Los Angeles, California, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports. Justin Herbert in the LA Chargers taking on Russell Wilson and the Denver Broncos.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the LA Chargers. Alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So the Charger offense making its way out, and at the controls is the league's second leading passer a year ago. At 25 years of age, out of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
Okay, I'm not taking a turn to negative town, even though it's going to sound like it. The 2 interceptions he threw last week, those obviously have to be eliminated, and that was the focus of practice this week. But let's face it, he did throw 3 touchdown passes.
And they got the win.
And they got the win, so I think it was a good week for him to work on things. Had some positives, the win being first and foremost. Now he's just got to eliminate those interceptions.
The run there on first down, going to get him 5 up to the 30. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 19 carries, 99 yards.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave them a true identity because everyone's going to talk about this. The offensive line's going to take pride in it. Of course, the guy carrying the football will. But how about the coaching staff? When they go in and talk contracts, when they talk to reporters, hey, we had a 1,000-yard rusher this year. That means something in today's NFL.
That time trying to find Gerald Everett, and it's 3rd and 5. When you look at this Bronco defense, we know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
Herbert with a connection to Allen for a Charger first down. Up the middle with Eckler. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. This defense for the Broncos, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now 3rd down and 7. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Well, the Broncos offense gets set to go to work. And Russell Wilson.
And he's certainly putting and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses that have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos. Just shy of the 30. Rolling to his left. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Well, partner, this offense 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night, 38-24 to the... A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. A huge play there for Denver. 45 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside 3rd of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. Touchdown. Cortland Sutton with career touchdown number 60. And the Broncos will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive, 4 plays. And Cortland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. They are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it, can't afford any more missteps, though.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. On 2nd down, Eckler. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. But you look at this Bronco defense. They were fantastic a week ago in the win over Houston.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run, one or two receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Once more, here's Eckler. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll try the air now with Herbert. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up, taking it right down Broadway. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
So the completion good for just 3. And they're going to face a 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Herbert on 3rd down now. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So the Broncos come back out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Jeudy, 69 yards. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Charger defensive unit making their way back out there. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Option play, and they'll give to Eckler. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Here now, 3rd and a yard. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. This is taken at the 18. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Broncos. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now.
And the Broncos are able to extend their lead. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter. They're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they've put up, I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this lead could become.
Marr on for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
And the Chargers coming out on the field now. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. It's Eckler again. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Broncos will take over possession here up at the 44.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no...
It's caught at the 10. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon.
And the Broncos open the lead up to 34-0.
Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now.
So plenty of fireworks here early. 35-0 now as the kick is away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. L.A. readies for its next possession. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now 2nd and 5. Herbert and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. But a Chargers player was able to fall on it, and they'll keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Herbert now. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know
and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Jeudy on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Broncos are able to add on to their first-half lead. All the talk when Russell Wilson came into the league about his height, you know, those big defensive linemen, can he get the ball over him? Well, you get him outside the pocket like that, doesn't really matter.
No, it really doesn't, and you're exactly right. Many people dinged him for that and said, how's he going to see over NFL linemen? He never did, right? At whatever level, he saw through them and found pockets and windows to throw the football. But as you noted, when he's outside the pocket and his vision is totally clear, oh, look out, because he's going to find someone downfield, as we just saw there.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. L.A. set to take over again on offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. A little short pass. This is Everett. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. Here's Herbert. Throw over the middle into the hands of the tight end, Parham. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. Eckler now between the tackles. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Alex Singleton, a former Canadian League star, in on the stop.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Here's Herbert now on second down. He's got Allen. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 31-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Give running right is Spiller. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 18. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you, they started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Herbert. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. D.J. Jones, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Palmer. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
focus shifts back to Jerry Jeudy and his Bronco teammates.
He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the second quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But, boy, he's getting it done, and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
He's counting his yards in the hundreds, not the tens.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Jeudy. That is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Jeudy.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
On third down, Wilson out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run, deep left side. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. A huge play there for Denver, 45 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing again here. Wilson steps away to his left. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now it's Wilson. Steps away. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Russell Wilson, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos just continue to roll.
And that's a sight we feel like we've seen a lot over his career. But remember, for Russell Wilson, 3 in his first year as a Bronco last year and only 15 in the last 8 years. But he still knows how to use those wheels when necessary, and he takes care of business right there.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think,
oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Marr now to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Charger offense making their way back out there. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Running right, this is Spiller. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. That's taken on our punt. 6 on the return. Get a look at Jerry Jeudy as he leads his offense back out there for this next series. He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the 2nd quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you're always wanting to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all those things? But the best players show up each and every week. Solid games and some spectacular ones.
And he has showed up time and time again. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Jeudy. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown. Jerry Jeudy. As the first half is winding down. And the Broncos will extend their lead here just before halftime. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Chargers going to take over here one more time before the half. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now it's Herbert. A little short pass. This is Everett. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Herbert. A little short pass. This is Everett. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. The final shot before the break for Herbert. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Alex Singleton. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll get started out west in Las Vegas. And it's the Raiders out in front as they approach halftime. 2 touchdown passes there for Jimmy Garoppolo. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Jackson Smith-Njigba, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Kadarius Toney, a touchdown reception. In the first half, we saw a strong performance out of the veteran quarterback, Russell Wilson. He had a half for the ages, touchdown pass after touchdown pass. He threw a month's worth of touchdowns in just those first 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway.
This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And the focus shifts back to Jerry Jeudy and his Bronco teammates.
A monster game so far, third quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers,
Absolutely.
though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Let's give a little credit to the defense on that one. They resisted quite well, and that pass fell incomplete. But this ball game for him, that's just a momentary speed bump. He's played awfully well throwing the football.
Second and 10.
There's Wilson to throw. On the move to his left.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Jeudy.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Broncos.
Jerry Jeudy.
69 yards.
And the Broncos extend their lead yet again. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you can get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. A little short pass. This is Everett. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Umpire threw the flag. Usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities. But always, always making sure no one...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Marr on for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. Chargers offense back onto the field. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Yeah, that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. On second down, here's Herbert. A quick throw there is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Back to throw again. A little short pass. This is Everett. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now he's into the clear again. Touchdown. Jerry Judy, 96 yards. And the Broncos get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, I've lost track of how many times he's been in the end zone. This is just flat unbelievable.
Doesn't matter whether you have an abacus, a calculator, just old-fashioned pencil and paper trying to total it up. The number is staggering. What a performance. This man knows how to find the end zone and make it count.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Looking to throw. Herbert. And the Broncos get there and take him down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they were trying to set up a screen there, but that one just too slow in developing.
Yeah, too slow in developing and well read, because that ends up being a bad feeling for the quarterback. When he's got no blocking in front of him, his guys are just going to let defenders go, and they're coming for him. So if it's not there, you just got to throw the ball on the turf at your running back.
And the pressure gets to him again. Frank Clark able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. Get a look at Jerry Jeudy as he leads his offense back out there for this next series. And he is just 1 reception away from 10 in this game. I don't know what they need to do defensively, but something has to be altered, does it not?
I know that whenever we tried to cover a person who's having a game like this, you're trying to vary what you're doing, trying to change things up, hoping to fool him occasionally. If not fool him, fool the quarterback so that maybe he doesn't read the coverage correctly. Right now, though, they're in pretty good sync.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. 2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Dancing to his left. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Jeudy. Touchdown, Broncos. Jerry Jeudy, 53 yards. And the Broncos have got it on cruise control. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he gets it up past the 35.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Herbert. Allen's got it complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense, because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point, and what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? From the shotgun, here's Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And the Chargers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll run here with Spiller. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Xander Horvath, his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to at least get one score back. Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again. They go to the big man. Second time he gets it done.
Almost as if they were feeling like he was establishing a rhythm. Give it to him again and again. And how about the end result? Finishes it off in the end zone.
Touchdown, great run, and the score. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. And the focus shifts back to Jerry Jeudy and his Bronco teammates. He's been almost impossible to bottle up. You see that number 10 on your screen, a big reason why they have the lead.
One of the guys that's being featured in this game and making sure that he's...
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown. Jerry Jeudy, 62 yards. And the Broncos are pouring it on. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
He gets this out to Spiller, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run behind center with Spiller. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 43, here's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Herbert. Underneath to Spiller. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Operating from the gun, Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's second down. Looking to throw. Herbert. Open man, it's Palmer. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 31-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 3. To the air again. Herbert finds Johnston. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They run with Spiller. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Right back to Spiller on 2nd down. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Allen, the man in motion left. He'll get it here on the jet sweep.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
And this one is right through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Montrell Washington on the return from his end zone. And just shutting him off there. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. He's inside the 20. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Broncos.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Now the LA offense ready for this next possession. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Throwing again. Herbert complete to Johnston here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
Again, Herbert for Keenan Allen. That's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. From the 50, here's Herbert. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Pass hauled in by Johnston. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 37. They'll look to throw again. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Herbert back to the air. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Quan Williams. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Fresh off of 6 the other way, it's Herbert. Throw left side is hauled in by Palmer. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back
back to throw. Herbert, he finds his man, complete. It's Johnston. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Second down and a yard.
Looking to throw. Herbert drops it underneath to Spiller. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Herbert's throw going to be caught by Davis.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And complete. Spiller out of the backfield. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Denver, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Southern California.
Teach you how to get paid, how to get by, and how to get fly. I can teach you how to get cake, if not the whole thing, at least a little slice. Honestly, I'm an immaculate anomaly. I'm an organic organism, ain't no ordinary organs in them. I can't afford any synonymy. That's why my flow is like a cinnamon tsunami with the lemongrass. Ooh, ooh. Let me know what you wanna do. If you wanna be